Chaos. We have to save energy because of racing. That's why it's nice. Cheese.
Should we look in the camera or to you? To the...
No, bitte.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean pre-race. I mean right before the race, we try to look as much as we can to all the stages and study more or less the stages which fits us and.
If it's possible.
Yeah, if it's possible, but it's not always possible. I mean, we came here like 3 days before the race or 2 days before the race, so we could only have a look at the prologue. And I mean, even the stages, they were published a few days before the race, so the GPX data was only available like on the day before the prologue, so you could not do every stage. But it's, for example, in the Cape Epic, it's the same. So you have to be really spontaneous in your decisions, and I think that's something we can do pretty good, yeah.
But when it comes to the daily ritual, I mean, we know each other for so many years now, and we did so many races together that we have almost, without having something written down, we have a plan what we do before the race. So the race day starts like 3 hours before the race. The start time is usually our breakfast time. Then we make ourselves breakfast. If possible, if the race is near our accommodation, we maybe lay down back into the bed to relax a bit, and then get as close as possible to the start out of the house. Yeah, this time we had to go to the car and drive to the start, but usually 1 hour before the start we leave the house or the apartment, do a little warm up, and then to the start line.
Yeah, and actually our warm-up is super little in the stage races because you need so much energy for the stages, and the stages are so long. If you do a warm-up which takes you one hour or half an hour, that's way too long, we think. So we do a quick warm-up, and yeah, for sure, I mean, eating lots of carbohydrates in the morning, and normally I prefer bread, and Lucas prefers muesli or oats.
Avena.
With water.
So.
Yeah, quite different, but in the end it results in the same. I mean, you need carbohydrates and a bit of proteins in the evening, more or less. Yeah. Yeah, in the evening we eat rice or noodles. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty simple, but works.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is right that I mean we are pretty independent to ourselves, and we know what we need. And you know, like as we just told you, we need rice, we need avena in the morning, and we need a fresh bike. And usually there's a high pressure cleaner. We clean our bikes ourselves, put some lube back on with your partner, and we're ready to go. So there's actually, like, you can overcomplicate everything. So we like to keep it simple, keep it lean, and that eliminates all the risk you have with many people around you, and also the stress. And right now we don't have the capacity nor the budget to hire someone to take care of the stuff, because as soon as
Jens is helping us a bit.
Yeah. But as soon as you're adding more than one other guy, you need someone to take care of the guys, because now you're not only taking care of your needs, but you have to take care of how the other guys are sleeping, what they are eating, like.
Need bigger apartments, and everything gets more complicated. So we try to keep the circle small and overthink a lot of times what we really need and what makes sense, and try to keep it as simple as possible, because for us it works perfect. And and at the moment we are team manager and riders in one person. So if we have to organize apartment and that. And so if we have to organize like apartments and other people's needs as well, not only our racing, it would be too much. So there's a few simple reasons why we are such a small team. But in the end we were also a bit surprised that last year worked out so well, and we could continue this year, or it seems like we can continue it the same way. So yeah, it's super nice.
And we like to time, like usually we drink a bottle, like not a bottle of water, but a bottle of nutrition every hour or every 45 minutes. So we try to get, like, when the feed zones are about 20 kilometers apart, we take a fresh bottle every time we pass there.
45 minutes, one bottle and maybe one chill.
Yeah,
that's more or less the rhythm.
Yeah, and if it's possible, you know, like there's some points in the track or in the route when you pass 45 minutes and you're in the middle of a downhill, of course you cannot drink something, so you have to either do it before or after. But keep a steady rhythm, because you can really feel if you miss a gel or miss a bottle, it could be even the end of the race, or you have to fall back from the group because you don't have any energy anymore.
Yeah, I mean, first we have to recover from this race, because I think we do hard efforts here, and I think that's also good training for the Cape Epic. And then we have to figure out what's missing, but actually we feel quite well. So more or less we have to keep the pace and keep the shape. Yeah, and then
Yeah, but there's also enough time between the races that you can actually build something. Like you can build on the foundation we already worked on for those two races. We did the Costa Blanca and the Mediterranean. So right now we have kind of an idea how our shape is and how our strength is, or maybe where some areas we want to improve. And after the week of the recovery week or a recovery period after the race, we're definitely gonna work on some things. So, and there's enough time to have a whole like a pre-planned training block, and then recover a bit from that again and be ready for the Cape Epic, for the flight.